Hi, I'm Sharon Frost, and this is my midterm for statistics. This is my ID, and I'm gonna flip my phone around now so that you can see what I'm doing. I dislocated a finger, and I have to see a surgeon tomorrow and see what they're gonna do about it. But anyways, so I wrote some things out for time's sake since writing is not the easiest thing for me at the moment. But so the first question is find the mean, median, and mode of the data. If any measure cannot be found or does not represent the center of data, explain why. The maximum numbers of passenger vehicle lanes at 16 Canadian border points of entry, and those are the numbers given. I did go ahead and already added them up. So the sum of these is 119. That is, I guess, important to know. So to find the mean of this, we're gonna look for, it's gonna be the sum divided by the count. So the sum is 119 and the count is 16. So 119 divided by 16, which I'm not the greatest at doing math in my head, so let me get this out, and 119 divided by 16 is equal to, it's gonna be 7.4. I'm not sure how far you want me to round it up, so the mean is gonna be 7.4. And then, so the median, the way that we find the median is it's gonna be the midpoint. I did go ahead and I wrote all of these out in order. And then, so I find the median usually by just kind of going in like this and figuring out which one is the center. Now in this case, there are 2 in the center. Now they're the same number, so we know that it's gonna be 6, but if there's 2 in the center, you would add them and divide them by 2. You find the mean of the 2 middle numbers. But, so this one is going to be 6 as the answer. And then the mode is going to be the one with the highest frequency. So when we look at this table here, we see which numbers have the highest frequency. And it's easier for me to look at this where I have them wrote out. We can see that there are 3 6s and 3 10s. So technically, both of those are the mode. Now, when I look in the back of the book, it only says 6 for the answer, but I am very sure that 6 and 10 are both modes. So I'm gonna write here 6 and 10. The book says that things can be bimodal. I think that's how they said it, but 2 modes, so 6 and 10. So that's number 1. And then number 2 here is, all right, find the indicated probabilities. If convenient, use technology. 34% of US adults have very little confidence in the newspapers. You randomly select 8 US adults. Find the probability that the number of US adults who have very little confidence in newspapers is A, exactly 6, and B, less than 6. So I went ahead and I wrote, we have 34 right here. That's the percent. N is going to be the number of trials, so 8. You randomly select 8 US adults, you have 8. And then the probability is 34%, so 0.34. Q is going to be 1 minus 0.34, so that's going to be 0.66. And then X is going to be equal to 6, and X is going to be less than 5. This is the formula for finding the probability, which I like to use technology. It does say, if convenient, use technology. So I use StatCrunch here, and let me exit out of everything on here. So for StatCrunch, let me put this here, N was 8, and P is 0.34, and X is equal to 6. So we're going to compute this, and it's going to give me write it down for you. 0.01884,167. And usually it wants you to round it to either the hundredth or the thousandth. I'm not really sure. But so if we were gonna, we could say it's 0.0188 or 0.01819. 0.019. So then to do the other one, it's still going to be the same n and the same p, but x is going to be less than 5. So less than 5, compute, it is, oh, this one is a equals, b equals, and I'll write it here again, 0.9050565. So again, if we were going to round it, it would be 0.905. And that is the answer to both questions.